Alex, Revell, your thoughts?
Really tough day. Really tough day, and I think that we do a little work in the week in terms of the game, preparing for the game, and we concede after 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden against a side like that, it's tough because they're top for a reason. They create chances. I think the biggest thing that we have to look at is if you don't win your duels and you don't outwork people and you don't stick to what we're trying to achieve in the game, it becomes very difficult. And we lost way too many duels, don't defend set piece, and they inevitably end up in your goal when you're playing against the teams that are up there.
Change your formation as well.
Yeah, well, obviously we lost TVC, and we've conceded way too many goals. So we looked at the structure and thought that to get another centre half on the pitch and play from there, and to go with 3 forwards. We've worked on it a lot this week, and when you don't see it happen in the game, it's really tough because the players knew, the players are ready, and all the staff have worked hard this week. You concede after 2 minutes, you're trying to chase the game, and then obviously nerves maybe and pressure, I don't know, from players, and hard to express themselves. So we've got to do something after today to bounce back, and we've got a lot of thinking to do and a lot of work to do this week.
They made life difficult for you. Obviously they're a good side, but they kept the ball as well. You didn't have enough ball.
We didn't have enough ball, and you look back and think, should we have changed? Should we have stuck to what we believe in and stuck to how we've been playing, and maybe be slightly different from goal kicks and change a few things? But we just felt like we needed another player on the pitch that behind the ball, and when we go forward we go at pace. But we didn't see that. We didn't see that today. And when you go a goal down and they can control the tempo, that's what they want, and that's what you can do when you're up. When you're up there, you can do that. We've got a lot of work to do in everything, in helping players to think about how they are in terms of pressure, in terms of fans, in terms of their own individual battles, because we're not winning anywhere near enough at the minute.
What do you think that is, Alex? Go back just 2 weeks ago, the Swindon game, very competitive. You were probably dominant for the majority of the game, and it's just been a little bit different the last couple of weeks.
I've got to be honest, I think the hardest thing is we do look back to last year because we played such good football and we were competitive and didn't concede goals, and I think the hardest thing is what we're trying to figure out is how that's changed, because we do very similar work from last year, and nothing hasn't changed really. We've obviously brought in players, but we're obviously conceding way too many crosses and opportunities and chances. And on the flip side of that, we're not getting enough ball to get to our 10s or slide and 9s, whatever that might look like. We're not doing it. And that's why we changed today, to give the players a reset and to try and mix what we're doing. But when you look back, and it's easy after the game to say should we have done it, but we did it for the right reasons, but it's hard to put your finger on it. But the only way to get over it is to knuckle down and keep working on those things that are going to improve us, and ultimately the togetherness of the team has to stick to, and they have to stick together, and they have to make sure that when they come in on Monday they're ready to work to turn these results round.
What positives can you take from today?
Not many at all. I think that we saw flashes of Bruno, but then in the moments when we get there, maybe we can decide better decisions on the edge of the box, where we might have slide balls or shoot when he might want to slide it. Those moments. But there's no positives to take today. We have to look at ourselves and realise it's not good enough. Knuckle down and make sure that next week that there's a reaction just in the intensity and the togetherness. That if that alone, that has to happen, and then on top of that, more quality.
And what can you do to change it?
Well, we've just got to keep working. We've got to make sure that we keep get back to basics. It's basics. It's 1v1s. You win your battles. If a centre half goes up for a header, someone covers round. That's basic football. Defend from set pieces. Your man doesn't score. They are simple things that you have to get right in any football. If you don't get those right, everything else doesn't matter. It's fact. So you have to get those right, and when you don't, this is what happens. You have to win your duels, and you have to have that desire to outrun and outwork your opponent. So they're all the things we've got to work on, and within that, get back to playing how we know we can. And we'll be making sure that happens during the week.
Thanks, Andy.
Cheers. Cheers.